So Friday, like ticked off all my things.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can I not hear you?
Can you hear us?
I seriously cannot hear you.
Is
Can you
your
hear?
sound up? Hello?
No.
No?
Oh.
Nothing.
How weird.
Am I audible? Yeah?
Yes.
Am I
Yeah,
visible?
yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I think we can work with that. Awesome. So sit comfortably wherever you are. Keep the back and neck straight. And gently close your eyes. And start observing your breath. Just become aware of this natural process of the body. Be aware of your posture. So align your body correctly. Take a few moments to just check your own alignment. If you feel the need, you can adjust the posture. Just make sure that whatever posture you're choosing, it's comfortable and you feel stable in that posture. Slowly come back to the breathing. Once you feel stable, allow the breath to deepen. Go into the practice of Puraka and Rechaka. Relax your mind completely and prepare the breath for chanting Om. Exhale all the air from the body and inhale deeply for Om. 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 Shanti. Shanti. Shanti.
Shanti.
Just feel the vibrations. Join the palms together and rub the palms together. Keep them on the eyes. Very slowly while blinking and looking at the palms, begin to open up your eyes, start coming back with a smile. And namaste to everyone. Let us begin today's session. So last time we practiced, breathing, and we did different sections of breathing. So your abdominal breathing, then thoracic breathing, and then clavicular breathing. So today we are going to do a combination of all of them, which is commonly known by the name of yogic deep breathing. Okay. Right. So again, like I said, each and every practice needs to be mastered. So by the time you reach yogic deep breathing, you have already mastered the sectional breathings, right? So even though, because the syllabus is very vast and we have to cover it in a few number of days, so we are learning the techniques. But when you go for your personal practice, first you need to work on the abdominal breathing, then you move to thoracic breathing. Once you master thoracic, then you move to clavicular breathing. And once you have mastered all three, then you come to yogic deep breathing. Okay, so it will take a lot of time, right, to even reach yogic deep breathing, right? But today we will practice it to get a glimpse into what we are actually doing. So yogic deep breathing is actually, taking the full breath. Okay, so right now, like I told you, we are not utilizing our full capacity when we inhale and exhale, right? So when you master the sectional breaths, that is when you begin to take a fuller breath, right? So yogic deep breathing, it increases the oxygen level in the body by default of breathing in that manner, because you are taking so much time to inhale and so much time to exhale, right? Because it is slow, right? When you are inhaling also, because you are increasing the control over your breathing process, right? When you do the sectional breathings, I told you that you correct the breathing pattern and you gain more control over your own breath, right? So when you come to yogic deep breathing also, again, already you have acquired a lot of control over the breathing process, right? And then you work further on it when you merge all three of them together, right? So that is what we are doing. Now we are taking one full breath and we are utilizing the entire capacity, right? So, I told you most of us are not breathing correctly, right? So, like it's very easy to understand when I'll give you this example, but we don't breathe in this, right? So, like you have a water bottle, right? You all of you have a water bottle with you, right? So it's very simple science that when I start filling up the water bottle, the upper portion will not get filled first, right? First, the bottom of the water bottle will get filled, and eventually, the water will reach the top of the water bottle, right? But we don't breathe in this, right? When we breathe, we just expand the chest, maybe, right? So you cannot fill just the middle portion of the bottle. First, the water will go down, right? So yogic deep breathing can be understood like filling a water bottle, right? So when you begin to inhale, first your abdomen should come out. Okay, so first bottom portion, right? And then your chest expands, and then your this slight lift in the collar. So this is like I filled in the entire water bottle, right? Or when you when there is a balloon also, right? So like our lungs are that balloon, right? So we are filling that up. So first bottom portion is getting filled and then it is going up, right? And then same during exhalation, some people they just contract their tummy, right? So no, you have to go step by step again. So first your collarbone will go down, right? Then the chest goes in, and then you will experience that the um, abdomen is properly contracted inside, right? So this same as emptying a water bottle. Now I cannot empty the middle portion first or the lower portion first, right? If I just in only that case where I make a hole like at the bottom, it's only then that the water will go out from like the bottom, right? But in normal scenario, if I'm again emptying the water bottle, first the upper portion will get emptied, right? Then the middle and then the lower, right? So yogic breathing is something like this only, and this makes proper sense, right? When you are filling up something, first the bottom portion should get filled, then the middle, then the upper. And when you are exhaling, then you don't contract your abdomen, right? First you allow the air to escape from the upper portion and slowly. And final part is when you contract the abdomen, you want to take the navel as close to your spine as possible, right? Because if I don't exhale properly, my next inhalation will not be deep, right? If there is still air inside, right? Then if even if I'm trying to take a deep breath, I will not be able to, right? So it's very important when you exhale, right? In yogic deep breathing, again, it is very important. The exhalation portion should be done properly. Look, inhalation is easier to understand, right? If I ask you, take a full breath in, all of you will be able to, right? But when I say take the full breath out, right? So most of us, we do not exhale properly, right? So in yogic deep breathing, you are also correcting the exhalation part, right? So you have to make, if initially you will make some conscious effort, but eventually it will come naturally to you, where you squeeze the abdomen properly so that the navel comes as close to the spine as possible, right? So this is the entire process of yogic deep breathing. Yogic deep breathing, again, it can be done in laying position also, right? And eventually, we change yogic deep breathing. So right now it is a combination of all three sectional breathings, right? But when we go into the advanced practice, we suspend the clavicular breathing from it, right? Because the whole point of the clavicular breathing is that we are training the breath. Once that is done, clavicular breathing requires a lot of effort. So we suspend that and we just go for abdominal and chest breathing. But for now, because we are training ourselves, we are going to do all three sections, right? Some other points that you should know, right, when it comes to yogic deep breathing. So, we have done sectional breathings, right? So one thing is, one expectation has gotten like subconsciously in your mind that this is how much my chest can expand, or this is how much my abdomen can expand, right? And that is true. That is the full capacity to which your abdomen and chest can expand. But when you combine the practices, right? So you cannot expect that the abdomen will move out as much as it does in abdominal breathing, or the chest will move out as much as it moves out in thoracic breathing. Why? Because earlier you were giving one full inhalation just to chest breathing and then full exhalation to chest breathing, right? But now you're dividing the entire breath, right? So that all three sections are used, right? So abdomen will not expand as much as it does in abdominal breathing. Chest will not expand as much as it does in thoracic breathing, right? And very slight shift you will feel in the collarbones, right? So this is one thing that you have to keep in mind. This is the first thing, right, that you have to keep in mind when you are doing yogic deep breathing. Okay. Second one, let me come to it. You guys, if you feel, you can write this down. If it's not necessary, then I'll just wait for a few seconds, right? Then I go for the second one. Awesome. Okay. So second thing is, yogic deep breathing is very easily confused with pranayama. Okay. This is not the case. Okay. So you will see a lot of people, they say yogic deep breathing is pranayama only. No, it is a pre-practice of pranayama. You are still training your breathing, right? To become fit for pranayama practices, right? So when you do pranayama, there are certain things that are different from yogic deep breathing. Okay. So yogic deep breathing can be used to relax yourself. Okay. So suppose I'm in a very chaotic state of mind or I get angry very easily. So what will help me? Yogic deep breathing will help me to calm my nerves down, to have a more stable state of mind, right? But pranayam is done in a relaxed state, right? If you are not in a relaxed state, pranayam cannot. Okay. Hence, yogic deep breathing, all the sectional breathings, these are all pre-practices, right? They are also used to calm down the mind, to prepare the breath for pranayam. But pranayam is always done in a relaxed state of mind, in a stable state of mind. If you are not over there, then you cannot go into pranayam practices. Okay. So all these practices that I'm telling you, you can also do them when you begin your class, right? Before asana also, you can do these breathing practices. But pranayama is always done after asana. Okay. Second difference is this. Pranayam is always done after asana practice, and you will see most people, they do asana, then they do some pre-practices of pranayam, and then they introduce pranayam. Right? They don't directly take you into pranayam practices because after asana, breath becomes short. So some relaxation or some preparation to the breath needs to be given. So for pranayam, always you have to prepare your breath. But for yogic deep breathing, it's not necessary that you prepare your breath, right? So it is different. Basically, I'm just trying to clarify this because a lot of students, they confuse these things. They think yogic deep breathing is pranayam, right? So they are different. Okay? Pranayam, even though when we practice pranayam, we are not going to practice retention, but pranayam practices essentially have retention portion in them, right? Like in the beginning few classes, I told you Puraka, Kumbhaka, and Rechaka. So inhalation, retention, and exhalation. But so pranayam should ideally have all these three, right? But yogic deep breathing has no retention. Okay. So yogic deep breathing, it is a continuous practice. You inhale, you don't hold. You directly exhale. Then you inhale and exhale. So you're changing this rhythm, basically. Right? So in a lot of other aspects also, yogic deep breathing and pranayama are different, but these are a few basic things that you can understand to distinguish both the practices, right? Now, what are the advantages yogic deep breathing? So you can do it lying down also. That's the good thing. So you can practice it at all times, right? So if you're lying down, you just feel okay. Let me just calm down my mind more. So you can practice yogic deep breathing. You can combine all three sectional breathings together, and you can practice yogic deep breathing, right? It's a great practice to calm down your entire system, to soothe your system. If somebody has any anger issues, right? Yogic deep breathing has shown to improve that state of mind, right? So if you feel you have too many thoughts, right, or something along these lines only, where you feel as if your mind is troubling you a lot, or you have some anger or stress, you build up a lot of stress, right? So you can practice yogic deep breathing because this is a pre-practice. Okay, so everybody can do it. There are no contraindications for these pre-practices, right? Abdominal, I told you for clavicular specifically, right? But apart from that, these practices most people can do. Even yogic deep breathing, most people can do that. You can suspend the clavicular part eventually from it, so then it becomes accessible to everyone, right? Because abdominal and chest breathing can be practiced by everyone, right? Even though yogic deep breathing is allowing you to fill in the entire breath, it's not recommended to do this uh, generally during the day. Like I told you, abdominal breathing is the correct way of breathing. So throughout the day, if you're doing abdominal breathing, it's okay. But yogic deep breathing, you shouldn't like it shouldn't be the normal way in which you are breathing, right? So yogic deep breathing is specifically done to train the breath to correct the breathing pattern so that you are ready for prana, right? So it's not like sometimes students ask that if yogic deep breathing is giving more oxygen, then let's go for yogic deep breathing only throughout the day. But no, abdominal breathing is the best way to breathe throughout the day, and yogic deep breathing is a really good practice to correct your posture and train your breath, right? For pranayama. One last point before we will start the practice. So yogic deep breathing, because it combines the three sectional breathings. So sometimes, what students do is they do abdominal breathing, then they take a pause, right? And then they begin to expand the chest, then they take a pause, and then they fill in some more air so that they feel the clavicular breathing as well, right? This is incorrect. Okay, it's one smooth flow of breath where you do not realize when the transition is taking place. Like right now, you're breathing normally, you are not like, consciously just seeing where the breath is coming in, right? So there is awareness, but the transition is smooth. There is no break in your breath when you do yogic deep breathing. Entire breath and the various sections of your body, there is movement over there in one smooth breath. And then exhalation is also smooth, right? Try to keep the inhalation and exhalation equal. And if you can, keep the exhalation longer, right? But keeping them equal is also good enough, right? Any doubts in yogic deep breathing? No? So we can just practice. If you guys feel like lying down, you can go ahead, lie down. There are only few practices where you can just lie down and relax and enjoy. You can, in these classes, you can just lie down and experience, right? So you can, for yogic deep breathing, you can keep one hand on your abdomen and one on your chest when you do the practice, right? So properly take Shavasana, keep the entire spine straight, right? So don't tilt your neck towards one side, okay? Allow your back to relax on the ground and keep the legs slightly apart. Hands should be away from the body so that your neck and shoulders can stay relaxed. Palms should face upwards. You can gently close your eyes and just start observing the natural breathing pattern. Right? So for now, you can just keep the hands by the side and properly take Shavasana. Just allow all the muscles to relax. Try to keep the mind focused on the natural breathing so that the mind gets absorbed with the breath and you start disconnecting from all the external uh, factors like any sound, anything, any external disturbance, and you come back to your present moment. And you will see as your posture becomes stable, your breathing automatically starts getting a little bit deep. So allow that thing to happen. And now very slowly you can either bring the right or the left hand, place it on the abdomen. Exhale completely, feel the abdomen go in. As you begin to inhale, expand the abdomen completely. We are going for abdominal breathing. As you inhale, feel the abdomen expand. As you exhale again, feel that contraction in the abdomen. And take the navel as close to the spine as possible. And then go back into the process of inhalation. So go for continuous breathing. There should be no retention when you are practicing. And with each passing breath, try to deepen your practice. Inhale, abdomen out. Exhale, abdomen in. Just continue this practice for a few more breaths. Five more breaths in the form of abdominal breathing, and then you guys can suspend the practice. So go at your own pace. Don't force your breath. Just as much as your breath is allowing, expand the abdomen. And then go into proper exhalation where you contract the abdomen and expel out all the air from the body. Once you complete the 5 breaths, you can just relax your hand back. Palms are facing upwards. You can take Shavasana again and come back to the natural breathing. Just observe the impact of abdominal breathing on your natural breath, on the state of your mind. And you'll also notice that your lower back is more relaxed after abdominal breathing. Just take a few moments to observe these changes. Prepare yourselves for thoracic breathing or chest breathing. So again, bring either your right or your left hand and place it on the chest. Exhale completely, feel the chest drop down, and then begin to inhale. Feel the chest rise and the rib cage expand. As you exhale, feel the chest drop down and in. Go back into inhalation and repeat this entire process, feeling your lungs and the rib cage expand and contract properly as you do the chest breathing. Deepen your practice with each passing breath. 5 more breaths of thoracic breathing, and then you can suspend the practice. Once you finish the practice, you can bring your hand down, come back to Shavasana, and just simply observe the impact of thoracic breathing on your body, on your breath, and on the mind. Take a few moments to just observe the change from abdominal breathing to thoracic breathing. Prepare yourselves for the practice of clavicular breathing. You can cross your hands and place them on the collarbones. Exhale completely. And as you begin to inhale, first feel the chest rise a little bit. Once you have inhaled properly, take in a little bit more breath, and you will feel the rise in the collarbones. When you go into exhalation, first the collarbones will drop down, and then the chest will go in. Just continue this practice. Keep the mind focused on the movement of the collarbones so that you are aware when this movement is taking place. Just go for 3 more rounds and then completely suspend the practice. And just relax the hands by your sides, palms facing upwards, and just see how your breath has changed, from thoracic to clavicular breathing. Take a few moments to observe. Prepare yourselves for yogic deep breathing. So you can place one hand on the abdomen, the other hand on the upper chest so that you can feel your collarbones also. Go for full exhalation. Contract the belly in. And then begin to inhale. Feel the rise in the abdomen. And then feel the chest rise. And fill in the air completely to feel a slight rise in the collarbones. And as you exhale, first the collarbones drop down, chest goes in, and finally contract the abdomen properly so that all the air is expelled out. And then go into the process of inhalation again. Follow the same breathing pattern for the upcoming few breaths. Just make sure that your breath is deep, slow. You're taking your time to breathe in the air and feel your abdomen, chest, and collarbones rise and contract. After completing your current round, go for 5 more rounds of yogic deep breathing, and then you can suspend the practice completely. Once you complete the rounds, again you can relax your hands, come back to your natural breathing, and just observe how do you feel after yogic deep breathing. See the impacts on the mind level, on your body, on your breath, all 3 levels. Just observe. We will go for 1 round of abdominal breathing again. So if you're able to feel just normally, you can rest your hands down, or you can choose to place one hand on the abdomen as you prefer it. Exhale completely, squeeze the abdomen in, and then begin to inhale. Feel the abdomen rise. As you exhale, feel the belly contract. Continue your practice for a few more breaths. Just complete the current round and then come back to the normal breathing. Allow your breath to flow as it is. Leave the body loose. Slowly and gently start becoming aware of the breathing. The posture of your body. Start becoming aware of all the sounds around you. Very slowly and gently move your fingers, move your toes. Start coming back. Join both the legs together and turn towards your left side. Make a cushion with your left hand to support the head. You can place the right hand on the ground. Just enjoy this posture, the safety, the comfort that this posture offers you. And whenever you feel ready, you can begin to lift your body up with the help of your right hand and come in any comfortable sitting posture, keeping the back and neck straight. Eyes closed. Check how you were feeling before the session and how you're feeling now after the session. We will close today's class by chanting Om one time, followed by 3 Shantis. Inhale deeply for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibrations. Join the palms together in front of the chest. Let's just bow down. Take a few moments to feel grateful for everything we have: food, clothes, shelter. Begin to rub your palms together. Keep the palms on the eyes. Allow your eyes to absorb this heat. Don't open your eyes yet. We will repeat this 2 more times. So rub the palms together properly. Generate proper heat between both the palms. Keep them on the eyes again. Allow your eyes to absorb this heat. One last time, rub the palms together. Keep them on the eyes. Without removing your hands, just open and close your eyes. And then very slowly while blinking and looking at the palms. Now your eyes start coming back. You can spread this energy on your body if you feel the need. Namaste to everyone. So, were you guys able to practice? Huh? Any difficulty that you faced? Any trouble in practicing?
No.
No? Clavicular breathing will also become better as you do more practice, and even in yogic deep breathing, you will be able to if right now during yogic deep breathing, clavicular breathing might have been harder to experience, right? Because individually we are not able to then as you in one breath only experience all of them. So it's okay with practice, currently you are not able to feel. With practice, you will get there. Okay. So continue your practice. Take out 5 minutes in your day where you do these practices. Okay, because when you enter pranayam, they are going to help you a lot. All right. Right.
Okay.
So I'll see you all tomorrow for philosophy class, right? Take care. Bye bye. And enjoy
Bye.
your
Thank
break.
you. Namaste.
Bye bye.